Hey there guys, what's going on? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Let me quickly do a video on 13 fragrances right here. Every day I'm trying to do a list for you, so that you stay tuned, because my channel, it's no longer at that much happening channel, and I do a lot of reviews, but it's okay, that I don't usually want to say that people don't watch individual reviews, but people watch mostly this list, so I do that once in a while. So what I have for you here, some underrated 13 fragrances which I think do not get like mainstream talk from video reviewers and influencers. I want to do an episode on reviewers versus influencers. I feel there's significant difference between the two group, but they have their strengths and weaknesses. But I'll do that perhaps tomorrow or so. I don't feel like facing the camera today. So here I go. So 13 fragrances, all good fragrances. Not to hype them up like you have to go and these are like 100 out of 100 that you must have. This is not the list. It's like a 13 solid fragrances that people don't really mention, and I think they're worthy of mentioning. So let me go one by one. So the first fragrance, I'm going to go from House of Alfred Dunhill. I think this fragrance, it's part of that icon line, and it's like racing. In particular, it's racing line. It's called Racing Blue. So these bottles are some of the most mesmerizing looking bottles. The boxes also look very, very handsome. I collected all of them. I reviewed all of them already. The Racing Red, Blue, and then original Racing. Also have original icon. Then the gold bottle, black bottle, and there's one more, I think, right? What is the other one? Golden, black. I forgot already. Anyway, so Dunhill's icon has been somewhat of okay line. Did not do so well, I guess. I don't know about the sales number, but icon is line they release, and they do a lot of flankers. Some of them hit, some of them miss. This fragrance is meant to smell like Dolce & Gabbana, like the one, but it has its own thing going as well. Check out my review on this. This is a solid fragrance for everyday use. It's a mid-range fragrance. It's 40 something, $45 perhaps now, and I think you get a very beautiful looking bottle. Feels very, very good in the hand, and it's very satisfactory when you have this in your collection, and the smell is pretty nice. So this is bit not a clubbing fragrance, I would say. It's a sophisticated fragrance. It's an office going formal, suit and tie, decent longevity as well. Projection could be average, but it's a nice fragrance nonetheless. Dunhill's icon, Racing Blue. Okay, so that's number 13. Number 12, I'm gonna go. This one, it's well known, but it got some hype when it came out, but I like to bring it back a little bit. It's a known fragrance, but I think it's a very nice fragrance at that. This is Jean Paul Gaultier's Candle Urom. So they have already launched, I think, the flanker to this. I haven't received it in Bangladesh. If I do, I'll review it. It's basically a very sweet, kind of playful fragrance. There are a lot of fragrances like this in the market. Okay, this is not entirely like unique fragrance, but what I like about this is the sweetness. It's not trying to be fake. It's not trying to be apologetic. Jean Paul does sweet fragrances, Ultra Mal, Lamal, those lines. They also had Cocorico, some of the other fragrances, but most of the fragrances nowadays, it's about sweetness. The girls' fragrances also are very sweet. So they did have Scandal for ladies before, and they made a men's version. This smells very pleasant, and it's wearable all year round. Even this is a sweet fragrance, there's something nice and fresh about it. You can wear this. I think this one I suggest for people who are looking for fragrance that want to wear in parties and stuff. Jean Paul Gaultier Scandal, very nice bottle. Next one, this fragrance. Okay, I am taking this out after ages, I think maybe years. Okay, this line is discontinued, and very soon you will not find these bottles anymore. I see it once in a while in some of the shops, but Azzaro made what a beautiful line. They did have Onyx or Silver Black. They did have Nighttime, and they did have this one, Elixir. Okay, so this is called Azzaro Purom. Can you read it? Elixir. I think the writings are very difficult to pick. Okay, so it's called Elixir. So these ones, I think, were 100 ml bottles, and back in the days, these fragrances were like fan favorite, like Nighttime, this one, and then the Onyx or Black Onyx, Silver Black, whatever that third one was. They're very masculine, very long lasting, and I'll tell you one thing: there's nothing in the market like this perfume. Look at that bottle color. This is red. This is kind of like a passionate red, and there are notes. I'll tell you, I forget the notes, but there's black currant, okay, vanilla, pear, tonka beans, oak moss, benzoin, lavender, geranium, coumarin, French labdanum, bergamot, lemon, mandarin oil. All these things are in here. It smells fabulous. I will tell you, humbly urge, go and try this fragrance or seek it. Seek for this anywhere. Look for this. It's not going to cost you a fortune still. The Azzaro fragrance, the best thing about their pricing. This bottle is amazing. This smells amazing. The vanilla kind of warmth of it. Uh, it's a very nice fragrance. Almost feel like boozy at night. Okay, so that's called Azzaro Elixir. Next one is a fragrance. I mean, I bought, I think last year or somewhere, and I thought like, some of these powerhouses should be in my collection. But to my surprise, this was very fresh, leathery perfume. This is called Bora Bora. Okay, this is for men. Okay, here is the name, Bora Bora. It's very reflective, so it's a bit difficult to show. And then the cap is very nice, got design. So this fragrance, it's a very old perfume. This is like Liz Claiborne, I think their house called, and there was a fragrance called Curve. So Curve was like the green juice, you guys know. It has a lot of flankers. It was a top seller back in the days. People used it like sick eternity. This has the same vibe, but it has this kind of like a fresh leathery tone, but it's not overbearing. It's very fresh yet long lasting. I think this perfume could be your daily drive, and it could be a signature scent. If you wore this back in the days, you would have good memories of it. This is called Bora Bora by Liz Claiborne. Okay, next one, I showed this before. It's not a brand new fragrance, but I love this, absolutely love this. This is called Aigner Black, and I think I forgot how to say this, but it's 125 ml, beautiful looking container. They do have the white version as well and the blue version, 3 version of this. I reviewed them all, thank God. So this one has a leathery texture up there, so gives you an idea what kind of fragrance this is going to be. Only thing I don't like about this is too big. It's very difficult to manage. Oh man, the cap is also very tight. Calling my my strength. Oh man, you really have to work out to take that out, man. So this one, it's a very, very nice fragrance. When I say nice, think of Armani Code. People compare this with Armani Code, but I don't think it's a dupe of Armani Code. It's a very nice, beautiful, beautiful composition. It's like, I would say, no, the Armani Code and this could be related, but it's more like a classic gentlemanly, not Bulgari's Man in Black, but it's a sweet, kind of like a powdery, kind of like a leather kind of fragrance, very sophisticated, I would say. And you can wear this for nights out. A very handsome perfume and very good value for money. Next one, I got a bottle recently. My bottle was finished. Okay, I was very sad. I have the whole line, but this one, and I did say at a certain point, this is more wearable version of Bentley For Men Intense, which is the original Bentley For Men. You can see the juice color. Just let me show you just a little bit for your convenience. This is the difference between Bentley For Men Intense and Bentley For Men. Bit yellowish. This is bit orangey. Okay, so there's a juice color difference. Okay, so Bentley For Men Intense is well known. People love it. It's an already established perfume in the market, but the Bentley For Men, this original one, doesn't get the attention it deserves. Amazing fragrance. It's just like less leathery version, more boozy, kind of like that. The booze in this one for me is more amplified. There's sandalwood and all that, but it's clean cedar kind of woody fragrance. And I think this fragrance has excellent longevity too, but doesn't really choke others. You can wear this more casually than Bentley For Men Intense. This is called Bentley For Men. Smells amazing. Smells very, very good. So next one is a cheapie. And I actually was a very big fan of this house when I started my game. I reviewed many from this house. I still love this. This is called Jacques Bogart Silverstone Deep. Do you see any reviewers bringing these fragrances in their list? No, because influencers mostly talk about latest perfume. They're after that view. They're after that latest fragrance to push and get that crowd. But it's just kind of sad when I don't see the mainstream reviewers talking about some good old fragrances, talk about memories, stories. I have a lot of good memories with this, like my early days of collecting. I used to wear this everywhere. I used to get like notice and people ask me, is this like a very expensive perfume I'm wearing? It smells expensive. It's sweet. It's like that, like grapes, soda, like the original one, Silverstone, but more muted, more wearable. Okay, so this is still long lasting, but it's more wearable. Silverstone Deep, check it out. Very nice fragrance. Next one, recent buy, and I think this fragrance is so criminally underrated. It's very niche, almost niche quality juice. This is called Victorinox Wood. Okay, check out the review that I did. Okay, and also check out the testers if they have somewhere. This is going to actually surprise you how good this smells. This is reminding me of D Squared, by Rocky Mountain Wood, D Squared, or He Wood. If you know those fragrances, this is a woody fragrance, but with a lot of complex elements. Okay, this fragrance, man, I can imagine like a fall day on a winter day. This one has a very strong presence. This perfume is like, I think, got violet leaves, perhaps some spices, some woodiness, and there's some notes which makes this fragrance so unique. There's nothing that has this kind of smell in the market. One of a kind fragrance, Victorinox Wood. I think this is going to be very budget friendly fragrance if you can get a good deal. Next, we'll talk about Calvin Klein Obsession Night for Men. These fragrances people don't know either nowadays because they haven't seen the era of these fragrances. Obsession, Dark Obsession, this one, and they have Obsession for Women, and then many other flankers. I think these fragrances were back in the days very hot before even the community started. These fragrances were known. So the new ones, I think, called Obsessed. I have reviewed them, check them out. But Obsession Night, basically, it smells a bit like Black Orchid, but it has its own smell. It's more wearable. It's really nice, nighttime out, good longevity, beautiful bottle. If you like Black Orchid, try that one, Obsession Night for Men by Calvin Klein, CK. So next, and then we have 3 left after that. Next one is a fragrance I used to have. I sold it off and I bought it again recent times. This perfume, it's something that I had a love-hate relationship. Okay, let me show you what this is. This is called Lotus Purum Miyake Intense, okay, or Miyake Lotus Purum Intense. So this is a more intense version of Lotus, which is at the back behind the Azzaro bottle. So this one, it has freshness. Okay, this one has the yuzu. This one has all the citrusy quality of the original, but this one is added incense or smoke or something in it, which makes it a little bit difficult or challenging over the original one. Original one was like more transparent. This one has freshness, but I would say something for evening wear. Okay, when I smell this, it's just kind of weird. Some people may be turned off by this, but again, in the market currently, if you're bored of all the fragrances that's coming out, this is a very interesting take on the original, and I think it's discontinued perhaps, but take a look at this one. It's an interesting fragrance. You can wear this every day if you live, especially in countries like UK. Last 3, number 3, Guerlain Abbey Rouge, okay, or Abbey Rouge or Habit Rouge. I don't know. I do not know how to say these names properly. So I have the EDT version here. I was thinking to get the EDP. I reviewed the EDP, but somewhat I prefer the EDT for summer, okay, because our country is more warmer. So nowadays, I think they are changing these bottles to more like Guerlain low medial bottles, and they're re-releasing it like Abbey Rouge or Abbey Rouge. They have that Rose Rouge, I think, the new one. So they have a lot of flankers, a lot of bottles like the, I think, the vetiver, also like Lansdowne de Guerlain used to come in this bottle. So these are all taken down now. Their big new bottles are wider ones. So what I like about this, I did not like this before. Well, I did not get it. I said in my review of EDP, many people minded, like how come you didn't like it? This is a masterpiece of the fragrance, the EDP, and these are like a rose, kind of like a fresh, spicy, kind of like a weird kind of fragrance, which works is magical. I agree. It's very complex perfume. If you especially like Guerlain Shalimar, you like this line. Okay, so this is a fragrance I highly recommend. Not gonna break your bank, but it has the Chanel quality. Okay, Chanel fragrance quality. Check it out. Abbey Rouge by Guerlain. Number 2, it's a fragrance I bought recent times, and I think this is a performer version of one of the beautiful fragrances called Cool Water, and this is Alharamin's version called Etoile or Etoile. I don't know, Etoiles. Please correct me how it's supposed to be done, but this bottle is lovely. So this one is just a magic for people who love Cool Water. This is better than Trenui, okay, by Armani. This is better than Aspen by far. Okay, quality, the smoothness, the ingredients. There's nothing, how to say, alcoholic or synthetic about this. Very natural, very nice, and it's very wearable. The greenness of it, that was the other note was in there, that man, lemon verbena. Yeah, it's kind of like that. They also had in Alharain other fragrance, Alharain lavender night, I think, but this is better than that. Okay, that one is a bit dark. This is more clean and fresh. Definitely check it out. Alharain Etoiles. Okay, number 1 today, and I'm gonna finish with this fragrance. It's discontinued, very hard to find now. This is called Dunhill. Dunhill by Alfred Dunhill, I think, or Dunhill Man or Dunhill Brown, however you call this. This is a 75 ml bottle. Used to come also in blue fragrance that was called Dunhill Pure. So these are very beautiful looking bottles. If you just take a look at them, this is not your straight forward bottle. Reminds me from this point CHMN Privé, but nice, man. This smells so good. Why I always focus on this, this is a fresh leather fragrance. You feel this is going to be not long lasting like modern fragrances, but no, this one has excellent longevity, nighttime wear. It can be a signature scent, very masculine like Dolce & Gabbana Puro, and this I rate them equally. So check it out, Dunhill by Alfred Dunhill. These are the 13 fragrances I want to show you today, and it's my pleasure, like sometimes rotating the perfumes, so you guys can, discover new fragrance. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.